Good evening and welcome to the Boise State Esports Arena. Tonight is a match in the CRL Rocket League qualifiers, one of the most prestigious Rocket League tournaments in terms of the collegiate space. It's the one the Broncos try the most for to qualify in. And now we are going to see, with some new talent, including Durtho now on the team, will the Broncos fare good tonight in being able to qualify for the big game? My name is Jacob Palmer. I am joined by Greg Smith, calling all of the action for you tonight as we're ready to go up into Boise State versus Missouri Baptist. This is a big moment for the Broncos. They were able to get into CRL last year. It's something that evaded them for the good majority of the years when the program started, but now there's a whole lot of excitement, not only because the players have gotten a lot of experience, but we've got a sick player, Durtho, who has just joined us for this semester. So I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'd love to see him have I'd love to see him with some big plays. I've met the man in person. Super cool guy. I want to see him get out there on the field.
Well, we're going to see how this event works. Usually with CRL, it's kind of a marathon to get to the qualifiers. It's PvP soccer, best of 5, single elimination, golden goal, sudden death. And the way CRL usually works is you start playing and then you play until you either qualify or you can't play anymore because you've gotten beat. So it is a long slog, and Boise State will need to start off well if they want a chance at qualifying for the CRL finals. To help them do that, we have Doc's keys to the game in Rocket League, and that's to create mistakes, punish double commits, don't overstay, and bump opponents to disrupt. It's brought to you by Drop-In Gaming, the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play online games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you're new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. Begin your competitive gaming journey. Sign up at dropingaming.com. We're going to be ready to head into the match, but before we do so, we are going to take a look at the lineup that I was teasing. We have Gil, Instinct, and Durtho available for us tonight. We'll see how well they do and if they will get one step closer to the CRL Grand Finals, something that took previous Rocket League squads years and years to get to because the competition for this particular event is so cutthroat. But maybe for this new team, they managed to find it in their first year. We'll just have to find out. We are ready to head down to the virtual turf and see how the Broncos are going to fare against Missouri Baptist. So we'll get to the first game in the CRL qualifiers. 1 of 5. Can the Broncos start off right? Off the first kickoff, Instinct is going to get slightly a better play off of there. It's grounded quickly, and immediately the Broncos are playing a bit of defense, trying to find their first clear. Durtho's going to move up and dribble it down toward Instinct, and the goal is wide open. He just misses. The ball heads back toward Gil. He saves it from going across the midfield. Despite no boost, Durtho is able to refill and pass it back over, but it doesn't go over to Gil. It goes over to one of Missouri Baptist. So Boise State having to recover just a little bit before they make their next move.
Laynad trying to keep it on the good side of the field. Keeps sending it back over with Larry, but there's just enough defense coming from Boise State to keep it live. Not quite into a shot on goal scenario, but they're trying to leverage themselves into it. As these heads just keep clashing, Gil gets a chance to really send it forward into a better position. Tendo stealing it from out under him. They keep passing it back and forth. There's not a lot of ground. It's a decent shot towards the goal, but Gil gets underneath it fast enough to send it over Durtho. A nice walk straight down with Laynad.
Instinct is going to be the first one to chip a goal in there, leading the Broncos to a narrow lead just over a minute into the match. Next kickoff goes in favor of no one really. It heads off to the side of the field. Tendo's going to be the one to try to gain control of that, but it's denied by the Gil. The ball goes way back over toward the blue goal. Larry gets a tap on it, and of course Instinct to try to elevate up and defend. He's able to play it under Missouri Baptist, but a teammate is able to keep the pressure onto Boise State's goal. They're able to find the clear, drive it to the corner. Will they be able to find another goal off of this? Gil whips, and that's a huge mistake for the Broncos. They're going to be left trying to get back to their goal.
They are able to make it back and recover that empty space. Now the goal is still contested just a bit. Tendo lining up for a decent shot here. It goes open. Durtho stayed back though and was able to save it there. Good self-control. Durtho now walks the ball right up the side. Laynad with a nice layup for Tendo to walk it in. Just misses a bit high and wide. Handing it back to Durtho to try to get it back to the other side of the field. Instinct with a shot. That save padded just a bit. Gil trying to walk it again. Unfortunately, the ball's going to change hands a few times. We're going back to Gil on a decent shot. Durtho always there, always underneath.
Still not enough for Boise State to find their first goal, but they're going to, their second goal, but they are going to keep on searching as Gil pushes it back to midfield. He hits it again off of a possible clear from Missouri Baptist, so Boise State maintains control. Durtho to elevate up to air dribble and waterfall it down, but it's just a little bit too far off the front post. Durtho's going to try again on the rebound, but he doesn't find the goal. Gill again with the follow-up for the triple, and that gets Boise State their second goal.
Gill, a beautiful aerial adjustment there.
Boise State now on to the next kickoff, just a little bit under 2 minutes left.
Kickoff number 3 goes in favor of Missouri Baptist, holding just against the edge here on the BSU turf. To try to bounce it back around, Larry looking for a good lineup, and decides to pass it up, and it goes live to Instinct. Gives it to Durtho, just playing off the wall here, trying to get a nice roll. Tendo ready for it, takes it head on. It is going to get leveraged out from him. Lenad not quite in the position to take it any further. Instinct is able to steal it back for Larry. Sends it up. Durtho's aerial play is always ready. Gill ready for it, hands it to him. A good save though by Missouri Baptist there, but just not quite enough yard, and Instinct is able to walk it back.
Yeah, nice play for Instinct, being able to sneak it in now with just over a minute left. Boise State's in a comfortable 3-0 lead. Lenad is looking for Missouri Baptist's first goal.
An early demo gets the ball moving in the other direction, but it's quickly sent back. Tendo almost has a beautiful setup to a goal there, but it is quickly stolen. Durtho, much the same, hopes he can get a pass up to somebody. Gill with a send straight down. Durtho on the adjustment goes a bit wide. Gill is ready to receive though. Tendo's going to be the one to try to, just leverages it right away from Gill. Can't quite touch the ball here. Durtho just holding it from Lenad, waiting for some more reinforcement to come in.
Gill with another tap. It's going to be stopped by Lenad. A good bit of side control from Missouri Baptist turns into their first goal. 30 seconds left, not out of the realm of possibility for Missouri Baptist. They would like to get one off of this initial kickoff. It goes pushed off to the side. Instinct now with the air dribbles, denied by Tendo. Back to midfield. And they play it around Gill, so now it's Durtho to defend. Instinct right in front of the goal is able to deflect it. Just 10 seconds left. Boise State might have burned off enough time to be able to secure this win. It's just going to tick down, and we are going to have the first win for the Broncos, 3-1 in the first game, starting this best of 5 off right. So overall, I got to say the Broncos were really good. I think the main thing that got them the goals in that past game were just how consistently they were able to just keep on following up on the ball. You saw 2 shots on goal turn into 3 shots on goal, and eventually all of the boost and resources were expended from Missouri Baptist.
No, these players know what they're doing, and the foresight is incredible. I mean, just one card after another. Each play is lined up and padded with the next plays in the slot. There is nothing that goes risky here.
Well, like I said, this Boise State versus Missouri Baptist in the CRL Rocket League qualifiers. We're going to be ready to head into the second game here, see if Boise State can drive it to a match point, or if Missouri Baptist will be able to turn it around and guarantee that we go to at least a game 4. Let's hop back into the action. Durtho is immediately off the kickoff, going to put a lot of pressure on Missouri Baptist. The Broncos looking for their first goal in game 2, drives it around the corner. Gill plays it around 1. It gets deflected way back to midfield. Durtho gets 1 tap on it, but it's not enough to stop Larry pushing in into Boise State's territory and forcing the Broncos to defend.
A quick demo makes it difficult to hold this on the orange turf, and it gets sent over. Gill just barely buffers it in, trying to hold on to it, but Larry is still so high he's able to take it. Durtho responds, walks it back over to Lenad, trying to keep it on that side. Recovery from the demo, but we're still low on fuel some places. Gill trying to get it back out of the corner here with a nice set up from Larry. It goes right in to Durtho's hands. He's able to send it out against the wall, trying to dribble it around Larry. Successful so far. Instinct takes over now, loses hold on it, and it goes up. Tendo able to walk it over. Lenad ready for the reception there. Looking for some kind of waterfall setup here, but defense is just too good, and Durtho walks it down to a nearly empty goal. Hoping for a setup here. Tendo refuses it. Instinct ready to bounce off the wall for Gill. He's a little bit wide though. It's going to be hard to make that shot.
Another shot on goal denied by Tendo. Broncos still looking to open things up with a lead, but Missouri Baptist has really had an ironclad defense thus far. Durtho with a light tap, make it a double tap across mid. Plays it around one, the goal is wide open, and he just walks that one in. Great job by the Broncos to get to 1-goal lead. It's a little over 3 minutes. We're not even halfway into the match yet. Broncos still have plenty of opportunities to widen that lead even more, as Larry with a pass over to Tendo could put some pressure on the Broncos, but Gill going to deflect it, and they are able to play it around Laynad, setting the Broncos up for maybe another goal. Demo on to Gill.
Gill recovers his ground. Larry looking to walk it straight in. Unfortunately, Durtho is in the way, and Gill ready to follow up on it. Gill just struggling after this ball. Tendo trying to take it from him. Right in front of the goal there, Durtho. Aerial again, ready. Walks it straight over Tendo. Has a chance to just shoot from the 50.
Durtho again is so insane with the angles he can play in midair, and another shot on goal is redirected by Gill. Instinct and Gill forming a tag team. Push the Broncos into a 2-goal lead now.
And it had to be Gill with that final touch. I mean, there's no clean shots in this game. These players are too good to let one hit go. They've all got to be teamworks.
His lead in, tries to find the clear, but Instinct is going to tap it back. A lot of fighting in the corner. Durtho fresh off the boost, is able to play it around Missouri Baptist. He moves up the field, steals their own boost away from them. Demos one of them. It's going to be Tendo sent back to start. Laynad is able to air dribble it back for enough time for Missouri Baptist to recover. They've still yet to find their first goal this whole match.
Tendo gets a great adjustment for an attempted shot on, but two in the defense say no. Instinct with a beautiful demo, has a great walk on. Oh, Laynad with a nice send to the side though, makes all the setup void. Instinct, a beautiful ready, but Gill a little bit forward, and Larry's able to take it back. They go head to head here, and momentum is lost. Tendo has to be the one to pick it up, send it back towards the corner. Looking to bounce out, get it center. Instinct ready, capitalizes.
Just threading the needle through the two defenders of Missouri Baptist. The Broncos now go back up to a 3-0 lead, what they won with in game one. They show no signs of slowing down. It's Durtho with another insane dribble assisted by Instinct. Broncos go up 4-0.
Back-to-back, Instinct feeling hot, looking maybe for this hat trick.
Durtho was the first one to get some good contact off that kickoff. Instinct kind of disrupts Larry in midair. The ball's still yet to be firmly in Boise State's hand. Great shot by Durtho. It's going to be grounded by Tendo right in front of their own goal. So Laynad is left to pick it up. Air dribble from Larry off the backboard, tries to dunk it down. Unsuccessful in that venture. Now just with less than a minute left, Boise State has put Missouri Baptist in a tough spot yet again. I don't necessarily see how they can get 4 goals in 40 seconds. But that was a nice try.
Yeah, Tendo's patience there to line it up is beautiful.
Instinct again on the play, is going to set it up right in front of the goal. Gill with one tap, it's just a little wide. Larry on the counterattack, trying to slip it in. Gill is going to deny him that. Now just 20 seconds left on the clock. Ball grounded, shot by Larry. It's too high up off the backboard, and Durtho claims that with a double tap, plays it off the wall, and is now back to midfield. Instinct is going to try to intercept it from Larry. He's able to tap it, take it away from Tendo, and as the one final shot by Instinct, that secures the Broncos' final victory. They're just going to put one more goal on the board for a little bit of icing on the cake, if you will.
Just, you know, keeping the momentum going. No reason to give up.
And now the time is all up. Even if Missouri Baptist scores at this point, it is firmly in Boise State's grasp. Just going to wait for it to hit the ground. And there we go. No one to play it off there. And Boise State now goes 2-0, ready to head into the final stage, their match point, starting off their CRL journey with a force. Normally, if we see 3 goals, you know, that's kind of the general I would say, quote-unquote, normal amount you would think of for a game that's still within grasp for the other team. So for Boise State to get 4 and then a 5-goal lead, Missouri Baptist is really struggling.
It felt like Boise State gave him that 5th goal as a punishment for trying. Like, it was just insult to injury.
And Missouri Baptist is definitely trying. I mean, they are getting some great side control, but I would just say that it's probably just the general aim and mechanical style when it comes down to it. Too many of their shots are going up, off the crossbar, off the backboard. So either Boise State is putting enough pressure onto them, or Missouri Baptist might need a little bit more time in the practice arena. But there's no time for that right now. We've got the 3rd and final game, Boise State at match point.
Instinct. Wow, actually walked right over 2 and has only got 1 more to walk through. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of setup to give it to him, so Dirtho just tries to hold it for a little bit. Tendo goes wide with it with a beautiful angle here. It is going to be leveraged from Instinct. Larry's going to chip it right to center field, gives it everybody hands, comes back for it. Tendo's going to swipe it, send it straight up. Not a favorable position for Dirtho. Actually has to send it very wide to kind of reset. Gives it to Tendo. Larry with the adjustment. Gill barely keeping it out with a nice save. Ready for it. Gill now able to walk it straight up. Oh, has almost a chance for it, but Tendo has the eyes to prevent that. Missouri Baptist doesn't make Boise State's job easy, that's for sure. They do have the communication and the coordination to cooperate here.
Dirtho now with a shot across midfield. Can't elevate up, runs out of boost, so it heads back down toward Gill in the corner. Dirtho's going to play a bit of disruption while Instinct rotates in to play off the corner, but doesn't get the bounce he wanted, so an opening for a clear from Missouri Baptist denied by Gill. Tendo again denied by Dirtho. And a pass back over to Instinct. Boise State keeping it at around the midfield goal. It gets flipped and deflected way over to the corner of the arena. Dirtho still holding down the side control for the Broncos, but here's the first opening from Missouri Baptist. Can they follow up? Not if Instinct has anything to say about it. He'll pass it back to Dirtho in midfield, and now the Broncos have side control yet again.
Instinct looking to chip it up. It's a little bit of an awkward position, so Tendo's going to be the one to find it. Gives it live to Gill. A little bit of a crossover there, 2 on top of the ball. So, wow, they recover so quickly. Instinct was there for it, and Dirtho just sent it right in. That's 1-0 for Boise State. Going to the kickoff, Gill takes an obvious advantage, but it's a quick demo. Oh, sent Gill right home with that one. Dirtho going to walk it right up the wall. Not a lot of support there, though. Laynad going to try to start sending it in, but still just difficult to make ground here. People are all over the 50. Gill with a shot on goal there. Follows it up. Laynad and Tendo are going to cooperate it back to the 50 here. Larry trying to slow it down a little bit, but no one is ready to steal it in the other direction, so Boise State takes it. Trying it with a good setup. Almost there. Instinct just a little bit high, passing it to that 4th man. Larry with a long chip, just trying to get it in good position. Misses. And Tendo has to be the one to recover. Gill ready. Dirtho chips it out of Laynad's hands, and they've got a chance. With a good setup here, he might be able to steal right over. Not going to happen. Laynad walks it over.
Now goes back past midfield. Gill trying to bounce it off of the wall to gain back control. Little bit of a slip there from the Broncos, but it's not going to pay off for a goal for Missouri Baptist. The Broncos still maintain the lead 1-0. Larry gets a tap in midfield. Instinct to ground it over to Dirtho, who tries to redirect it into the goal. Not quick enough for that one. Larry trying again. It's able to play it past Gill. Dirtho's hanging out above the goal. Instinct has the save, and now the Broncos go racing back up the field. Dirtho again with a shot off the backboard. Gill sees it. He's not high enough, and the Broncos are going to be kept to a 1-goal lead.
So very close, but they will take the lead they can get, and they keep pushing. Gill now ready to refuse that shot, send it beautifully to Dirtho. Dirtho 2 steps ahead. It's already an aerial adjustment to keep it on the blue turf, but Laynad to leverage it right out between the 2 of them, giving it to Larry. It's a bit wide, and it goes live to Gill, who almost gets in for a double tap before Tendo is able to steal it. Instinct absolutely dunked on. Can't quite hold on to it. Larry hoping for a setup for Tendo, doesn't quite get there. Gill looking to pull it out from this goal here. Instinct with the setup. It's a little bit too forward and it goes over him. He's able to recover almost. Tendo refusing across the 50. A nice setup, Larry, just a little bit low, but it was almost a fake out. Lanad shoots just a bit high. Could have been 1-1 there. He gets a recovery. Tendo looking for another shot, but defense is all on it. It's sent right over, and Instinct going to be the first one to tap. A good save there.
And a quick follow-up by Durtho to get a crucial 2-goal lead with only 30 seconds left. We're due for the Broncos so they can win this kickoff, and Durtho has control of it. Beautiful side for the Broncos. He is now going to ground it. Lanad tries to take it away from him. Instinct rotating back up the field. Picks up his own boost to go up against Larry. And Missouri Baptist doesn't have an angle that they are wanting here. Boise State is managing to prove enough interference that they have driven this down to 10 seconds, and that is indeed going to do it. Boise State not allowing one goal through from Missouri Baptist at all. Takes their first game in the CRL qualifiers with force and a buzzer beater at the end to tie it all together. The Broncos looked dang near unstoppable. Well, overall, the Boise State has won the first game of the first CRL qualifier, but that is not any reason for them to celebrate, because if anyone knows CRL, you have to win a lot of games in a row to make it to the creme de la creme of the collegiate talent. But if you want to join that collegiate talent, then you can join Boise State Esports. Boise State Esports is always looking for talented new players and production and broadcast talent to join us. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can earn scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. So we will take it to a short break and be back with more Rocket League action. So you are not going to want to go away, because the Broncos look hot tonight. We'll be back after this.
Protecting your customer journey from fraud is critical. According to industry analysts, Count's AI-driven platform is the leading solution. From account login to digital payments, Count is recognized for both its customer impact and technology excellence. Learn more at count.com.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your Guard adventure.
Welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena. You are joining us for our coverage of the CRL Rocket League qualifiers, the most prestigious Rocket League tournament there is in the collegiate space. And Boise State's off to a good start. They have already won their first game against Missouri Baptist. Now looking to move along to the University of Alabama, Birmingham. This is going to be an exciting game. I'm your host, Jacob Jem Palmer, still joined by Greg Smith, calling all of the Rocket League action for you. And this is an interesting match because it reminds me of one thing Doc said when we started out in the esports space. He said, we want it to be the Alabama of esports. I mean, Alabama, known for a lot of things, known especially for their football scene, a very treasured name in traditional sports. So now we get to see how the Broncos are going to go up against them in the esports stage.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. In order for them to do that, in order for us to make that headway, they're going to need to follow some tricks of the trade. We've got Doc's keys to the game coming in, these tips that you're going to need to succeed on the field out there.
And Doc's keys to the game for Rocket League tonight are to create mistakes, punish double commits, don't overstay, and bump opponents to disrupt. It's brought to you by Drop In Gaming, the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you're new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. Ready to head into the first of this match. University of Alabama at Birmingham. Not quite the same Alabama that we know from football, but still, they could be a very good team. Let's not count them out for one moment as we start things off. Boise State getting the initial side control. Instinct trying to drive it toward the goal. Gill is going to play it off the corner. Okay, so we have just received an update here. It is quite the opposite of the southern United States. Instead, we're going a lot farther north. We're at University of Alberta for this match. So we'll see how Boise State can do against the Canucks. Spook Non trying to drive it down toward the goal. A dunk down by Nuvo is going to be denied. So Durtho is going to answer that back across midfield. Keep dribbling it up. Now has a shot toward the goal. Tried to play it over Spook. Not going to find it.
Nuvo going to chip it back over, but it's easy possession for Boise State. Ketchup looking to get a little bit of ground out of it, but we've already got one waiting. So Gill takes it right out of there. A little bit of a double commit, but we're not worried. A little bit of a chip sends it back up. Durtho ready to walk it on in. Absolutely gets it right around Ketchup and lines it up beautifully. Instinct to send it in. Durtho, the Harlem Globetrotter, does not let go of that ball.
Now as we move forward a little bit more in this game, Gill gets a nice tap off the kickoff. It's left Nuvo defending, and Durtho just steals it away from him. Leaving Instinct with the shot. It's denied by Ketchup. Durtho again elevates up, quick around the field, and is able to keep the side control going for the Broncos. Instinct off to the front post, not going to find the goal. Gill with a quick rotation around. University of Alberta really unable to drive it past even the midfield markers so far.
Gill with a nice little tap off. Durtho's going to magnify it and set it up. Unfortunately, it does go live to the blue side. Alberta sends it deep into the corner here. A nice little setup, but Gill's faster than Ketchup, and it goes out across the line. Durtho and Instinct, a beautiful lineup, and just threads the needle straight into the goal, and we're looking at an 0-2.
Boise State showing no signs of slowing down since their first match. Durtho's going to take the first tap off that kickoff. But University of Alberta is fighting back, actually has some good side control. But the ball is not in front of the goal, so that gives Gill enough time to try to take it away from Ketchup, but Ketchup beats him to it. Now Instinct back with the pass over to Gill, cross midfield, off the wall, around the corner, dunking down, and is not going to find it quite there.
Not quite. Durtho's hoping, though. A nice tap adjustment to steal it away, and Gill, a great lineup to shot on goal. Nuvo cashing on his second great save for the match. Gives it to Instinct, who's going to get a beautiful long shot onto it, and the adjustments just last second, unfortunately. Avoid that goal shot.
Ketchup around the corner, trying to leave it for Nuvo. Instinct is able to take it away from them in a successful elevate, and it's just going to kind of deflect right into the goal from midfield. Boise State now up to an even greater lead. Two is more than one.
He sure is. Looking for a setup to that Gill. Is going to chip it around. Dirt, though, takes it a little bit further over, but it is open, wide open. Nuvo is going to send it in. Almost was on its way to the goal, but he can't quite find the back of the net before it is sent right out. Gill taking it to the other side. Goes off. It's an adjustment to get ready. Lines up. Instinct, a shot on goal, and takes it. One defender just can't defend twice.
Well, it looks like early in these stages of the qualifiers, Boise State is not breaking any sweat whatsoever and rolling on through to get to the more challenging matches. But a quick dunk down might make me eat my words. University of Alberta gets their first goal. Can they continue onward? Maybe possibly equalize it. It's not out of the realm of possibility. They still have about 30 seconds per goal. Gill has his way. He's going to knock it way over University of Alberta's corner. All grouped together in the center trying to push back up, but Boise State denies them. Demo onto Instinct means Boise State has to play a little bit more of a shaky defense for the next few seconds. Now Instinct's back. Gonna head back down in front of the goal, deflected off to the side. Who tries to get it back in front of the goal. A shot by Ketchup is just a little bit far wide. Gertho elevates up again, plays it around Spook again, and now it heads back to University of Alberta.
Instinct, a brick wall. Is able to get it over all three players. Unfortunately, not quite at the prep angle to shoot it in. Now is playing defensively on the blue turf. Gill ready to help him. Ketchup, though, with a follow-through, sends it over. Trying to take it out of this corner here. Gertho and Instinct both charge the ball. Able to chip it back, but a double commit chip doesn't give you a lot of room, so it goes to Spooknon pretty quickly to get it back over, but playing for time is something Boise State is comfortable to do. All they need is a heavy defense here, and they can work out these last 15 seconds. They're not going to listen to me, though. Instinct sends one right in to bring it to a 4-1.
And when that is almost certainly in favor of the Broncos, just 10 seconds left, Instinct is going to look for a fifth. Talking about rubbing salt into the wound. He has already gotten his hat trick. 4 of the 6 goals thus far. Actually 5 because Gertho only has 1. So Instinct really showing off right now. And they're going to let the clock tick down, let the timer expire, and take their first win in this best of 5.
Gertho grounds the ball.
And I really think that's very telling, you know, of what the main difference is between the teams. And I think there is such a deficit here, just in terms of the aerial plays and the ability to dribble, pass it to each other in mid-air. It really is kind of the skill ceiling, if you will, a very high skill ceiling in terms of Rocket League, because you can be practicing these angles for hours on end. And Boise State is just showing University of Alberta what practice makes perfect can do. That's a mood for me right there. University of Alberta's mascot. That's how I feel when people are playing around here in Rocket League.
Some relatable content. Ketchup going to be the first to tap straight in as a setup for Nuvo, but it doesn't quite go live. Spooknon is able to steal it back up, and Nuvo ready has a beautiful setup, a nice little adjustment. Can't quite get it there though, so they keep playing on this offensive. Nuvo looking for one more shot, sends it off the wall again. Gill is going to take it over though, so there's no good chance for it. Dirtho now the only one there, trying to hold this advantage. Steals from Spooknon, the second adjust, and then taps it in. He's a one-man team. He had all 3 hits on that, changing direction every time.
You can't stop him. He's all around the field, and this team is going to have that cheat denied by him by University of Alberta. Turns into a little bit of side control, but hasn't really turned into any major shots on goal quite yet. Going to be sent back toward midfield as the ball takes an awkward bounce. Gertho dribbles it up the field, a little bit of here and there, a flippity-do, and it doesn't turn into a goal.
No, he's just playing with him. 4 minutes left on the clock. It's an easy comeback, and then Alberta can bring it all together. Looks like they have a chance here, and that's goal 1 from Ketchup.
Alrighty, we've got ourselves a match here. This is what I like to see. The heat is starting to be applied to the Broncos. Durtho gets the tap off the kickoff. Ketchup answers it back. Now gets a double tap in mid-air. Gill to take it away from him. Can Durtho beat Spook to the ball? The 50-50 in favor of Boise State. And they might just drive it into the goal yet again. But another save from University of Alberta.
Oh, look at these 50-50s. So many vertical chips here. Instinct following the ball up. Durtho adjusts it the other way, and now Spooknon live with it. Does get stolen from Instinct. Durtho another adjustment. He's ready for the second tap, and it's beautiful right down center, but they don't take it. They first let Ketchup and Nuvo have a tap onto it. Goes right across the goal. Gill ready to steal this from Spooknon. Does disrupt it a bit. Durtho capitalizes on that bump, takes back over. It's difficult to thread this spot here. He's going to rely on Instinct to send it over. Gill now on the receiving for Ketchup is able to steal it once, but now twice. Durtho coming back. Readies it for Instinct. It's going to go sideways after another little tussle. Gill looking to chip it towards the goal. A beautiful setup, but Spooknon steals it. Ketchup with an adjustment. Gets ready, but so just barely high. Passing into the fourth man there. It hurts to see.
Whatever the special sauce was from the Broncos, it is definitely not with them for the second game. Instinct is going to try to change that by passing it over to Durtho. It goes off the backboard. A dunk down denied by Spooknon. And Boise State trying yet again for another follow-up. Nuvo actually redirects it toward the goal, but it's not going to go in for the Broncos. And we're going to pass the mid-time mark of the second round. Both teams still tied 1 apiece.
Instinct with a pass straight on. Nuvo takes it back. A little easy to read. Gill is going to reply. Getting ready to save here. Instinct takes the job from him. Lightens the load a bit. Durtho trying to send it further. Maybe leverage it to Instinct. Spooknon going to take it from him. Instinct finally gets his tap. Could be a setup from Gill, but Gill's coming on strong forward. Just barely misses it. Spooknon going to be the one to bump for that disrupt. Durtho getting ready for Instinct setup here. Goes all the way to Gill. No taps. Durtho tries to keep walking it, but it doesn't happen. Maybe he was even looking for a flip reset, and it goes straight in, unprotected. 1-2.
Yeah, that's really hard to defend, just kind of how fast it was. Gill read that perfectly and redirected it just enough to be entered dead center in the goal. And again, they're going to try to dunk it down. Instinct not successful in that. Boise State now with the lead looks to be making it almost a 2-goal lead. A last-minute save by Spooknon. The ball almost trickled into the goal. Now the 1 minute left. Instinct is going to play it off at the post. Follow-up is not quite there from Gill. It's a little bit late. So the Broncos are going to be left. Gill tries to flick it in, but not going to find it.
Instinct just doing these minor adjustments, making Ketchup's job just a little bit harder. Durtho so close to saving it, but it's a bump that Spooknon played around now. A 2v2. The game is afoot, and with only 45 seconds back on the clock.
Spooknon to rotating it back, stopping in midfield. Continues up. Denied by Durtho. Ketchup shot on goal, saved by Gill. Way back toward the center. Well, not as much as I kind of thought I was. Durtho actually found himself bumped around a good bit by University of Alberta. Boise State might just be going to overtime here. It has been night and day since the first match. University of Alberta definitely showing that there is more to them than they initially thought, and Gill pushes it back across midfield. Ketchup elevates up. I don't see that shot on goal going through, so we are indeed heading to overtime.
A round 2 overtime, a little intense. Durtho Gill gonna be the one on the tap. It does go blue side for that kickoff. Golden goal opportunity here. Everything matters. Durtho, the 2-tap tries to send it in, but Nuvo's patience pays off. Now he is on open field, just sending it right over. It's a goal, protect barely from Instinct, coming in at just the right pace. Spooknon looking for some kind of setup here. Is able to leverage it out. Instinct just toying with him. Steals it out, but does get demoed. Ketchup able to drop it.
Beautiful play That was picture perfect. Not only the demo, but then the teammate Spooknon just pushing Durtho right into the goal, bumping him out of the way. Well done by University of Alberta. They have come alive. Sometimes it just takes one goal for a team to warm up. But now it looks like we have a very competitive match on our hands.
We do now. It's a 1v1. The last game's momentum is shut down, and they really pulled out the X's and O's for that last map.
Yeah, I think University of Alberta just mainly had an insane disruptive game in that last, it wasn't just the final goal, but earlier in the final minute, Durtho was having a hard time getting around the field because he was just being bumped left and right. It was just quite literally bumper cars down there on the field, and University of Alberta used that to their advantage. Now we go into game 3, and both teams tied with 1 win.
Gill with a good save, going to send it wide. Does give it to Nuvo, though. Durtho following up. A little disruption attempt is not going to work. Instinct protecting the goal with 3 taps. Nuvo now looking for it, is able to steal it from Durtho. Wow, what a tussle. One goes down, and now it's Nuvo's again. He's just underneath it, though. Ketchup playing on top of him. Yeah, and with that, it goes back to the orange side. Spooknon ready for it, is able to keep it on this side. Keeps working it. Ketchup getting ready. A nice lineup here. Gonna try to save it from Durtho. Durtho tries to get it around, but it's just a little bit too slow. Instinct sets up for Gill, and it's a nice shot, but Instinct is not ready for the rebound. Durtho's able to send it over, but there's nobody in line to take it, so it goes back to the orange side. Boise State now on the defense, trying to get it back over. Not a lot of options. People are just real close.
Spooknon in midfield is ready to make the next play, but Gill beats him to the punch. Durtho rotating back. Off the wall, a nice deflect by University of Alberta denies the clear yet again for the Broncos. A dribble from Instinct could be the opening the Broncos need as Durtho sets it up. The follow-up, not there.
Ooh, Nuvo holds it tight. The patience pays off, and it goes right near the goal, but Instinct, what a disruptor, is able to keep it on the edge. He does not want to see that ball go center. Nuvo's going to try one more time, but Instinct says no, sends it back down. Durtho now has the ball ready to set up for Gill. Goes a little bit up. Gill just gets defoiled by Ketchup. Going to try one more time at it.
Instinct tries one last shot to keep the play alive, but it is quite easily denied by University of Alberta. Now we have allowed 2 minutes elapse in this match and no score for either team. Ketchup is going to get demoed in his attempt to try to push it toward Boise State. Now Gill has the dribble, but has it stolen away from him. Durtho also having a bit of trouble finding the angle he wants. Ball's going to roll back up the field into the corner. Clear, yes, by Nuvo. It's going to go through for University of Alberta. Boise State has to deflect.
Ketchup with a good setup, trying to get it back over. Oh, it is so close, and it's a hand in. Oh. That disrupt sending it sideways just makes it all more intense.
And that was the speed of that ball was savable as well. That's just a moment you kick yourself for.
Bringing it to a 1-0 Boise State for the first time tonight, playing on the back foot. They've got 2 minutes flat to make better than a goal.
Gill with the redirect. Off of the post. Durtho shot is way up high as well.
Too much on the defensive side. They've just got to have 2 hits lined up to make it past a man in the goal like that. Durtho tries to get it, but Nuvo taps back down. Holding the ball, he's got to play it around Gill. No problem. Instinct is able to get it back out. Ketchup tries to play off the wall towards the goal. Durtho ready for it. Actually gets a demo onto Ketchup. Now Nuvo, having to be one of the 2 people protecting the goal, still gets it off onto the orange side. Gill with a strong defense is able to pass it up to Durtho. There's not a ton of lineup, but there's still chance. Gill with a forward shot. Spooknon and Ketchup both there to take it, leaving the Gill to an open goal. Can't quite capitalize.
Left it right in front of the goal, but it's off the backboard. And again, Boise State's shot's just a little bit too high for them to score, but Gill's going to try again. Pushes it around the corner. Durtho doesn't get the angle he wanted. He's going to leave it for Instinct, and the shot is wide again. Boise State struggling to equalize this. Now they have less than a minute to do so.
Instinct sending it over to Dirt, though. Unfortunately, that's the players used up, so it's got to be Instinct again to get it around. Gill back on the field with a decent spawn. Can't quite make a lot of value out of it, though. Dirt, though, ready for a setup from Instinct. It's a light tap. Trying to bring it back in, but Nuvo just sets up for Spooknon to send it back around to the side. Dirt, though, takes the 50-50. A rebound. Gives it to Instinct, trying to send it sideways with a nice setup, but there's just not enough player down the hall.
One last chance for Boise State to tie this up, or University of Alberta will go to their match point. And that is indeed the case. It's the revenge of the Great White North. Like a blizzard, they are just bowling over Boise State, have gone to match point. And in quite a reversal of fortunes, remember, Boise State won the first game of this best of 5 by 5 goals.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, University of Alberta has managed to so beautifully be able to take the Broncos strategy and be able to adapt to it.
Yeah, there's a special kind of division that's happening to Boise State. It feels like there's less follow-up, less cooperation. Alberta is doing excellent read here and a great accommodation. A blizzard indeed. Spooknon going to be the first one there. Gill tired of it. Takes the first point fast.
Gill is going to deflect it slightly. With a 1-goal lead, Boise State's looking to fight back, letting it drop down in front of the goal. Back towards Spooknon. It is not a shot toward the goal. It goes off to the corner. Gives enough time for Boise State to get a tap on it. Instinct plays it off the wall. It's a 2-touch. A little bit wide. Broncos, after that little bit of momentum, are being slowed down a bit now.
Nuvo with a good adjustment to send it back over the other side, but they don't have the player base on that half to prevent it coming right on back. Gill with an easy demo, given it to Instinct. A good setup. Dirt, though, with an adjustment. Almost had one for Instinct, but it gets walked out of there. Nuvo trying to get it back across, but just can't do it. The aggressive offense becoming basically a half-point defense here. Nuvo does get it across the line, though. Gets it right out, and all 3 players are waiting. Dirt, though, to send it on back, get it back onto that blue side. Boise State wants the security goal. They don't want to see a 3-1.
One touch from Instinct is quite literally played over him by Spooknon. Gill back across the midfield marker. Doesn't quite find it.
Nuvo tricking it right around one player, looking to get it around Gill. He sure does. Gill tries to bump to this rough, but Nuvo was just quick enough that that angle was covered. Bringing it to a 1-1. Boise State wins on this kickoff. It goes up just barely, avoiding catch-up. Dirtho's able to jump in and take it from him. Nuvo trying to send it out, but Boise State's already prepped that corner. It's going to be difficult to defend. Boise State bringing back that security, staying on top.
Kickoff not in favor of either team. Gill to follow up.
Wow. Catch up with a long shot. Finally some momentum out of that kickoff. Now Instinct going to send it up Dirtho with a hard hit. Just gets it to the corner. A nice setup for Gill to chip high. Nuvo trying to play off of it. Spooknon, ooh, does get a chance to play for the ball, but can't quite make it. Dirtho sends it up for Instinct, who's going to drop it just a little bit closer. A little slow, though, so Spooknon is able to take it. Nuvo tries to really use that to leverage towards the end. He does get it out there. Spooknon, unfortunately, goes down. Ketchup and Nuvo now. Playing the back foot. Goes back to the blue side. Nuvo's able to send it out. No pushing into the goal there. Instinct, a nice chip up into the corner. Giving it away to Gil. Durtho. Oh, just a little bit wide, and Nuvo takes it. Instinct, a beautiful chip up, trying to look for a very close waterfall down, not going to have it. Gil keeping it on his side. Not a lot of follow-up available. Instinct should be coming around. Nuvo to take it right over his head. Durtho fast enough to get it back out, though. Sending it back across the line to an open goal.
Boise State maintaining their narrow lead, but it could be equalized at any moment by Alberta. Nuvo with one touch, now two. Denied by Durtho. Ketchup again tries to push it upfield, but Instinct is able to deflect that. Plane trying to bump Spooknon out of the way, but it's not going to work. Instinct now in midfield. Back across, answered back by Alberta. Once again, Boise State is being kept in very narrow margins.
Spooknon pulling it right out of the corner there. Getting it live for Gil to make a clean sweep straight into the goal there.
Well, now 3-1 for Boise State. It could very well be moving on to a Game 5. A lot more competitive than we assumed it would be starting off, but Boise State is going to drive us to the last possible game of this best of 5.
They sure are. University of Alberta has got to be getting 7 seconds per goal here to come back and avoid an overtime.
Instinct elevates up. Back over toward the blue goal. Not going to find it there. Durtho leaving it toward the goal. Not finding another one. Boise State opening up quite a lead for themselves and showing a good bit of life.
Ooh,
and it's going to do it.
Almost grounds a 5th one there.
Not that it would have made a huge difference in the game, but now we've just got one more game to decide it. And Boise State, they were playing like they were going to get an easy win, but University of Alberta, team full of surprises, able to keep Boise State within 1 goal for the majority of these 5 games. It was only at that very last moment of Game 4 that Boise State started getting goal after goal.
Yeah, let's see how many surprises they have left in the bank here.
Alrighty, ready to head into Game 5, Boise State versus University of Alberta in the CRL Rocket League qualifiers. Let's see if the Broncos can take it home or if it will be a Canadian victory. Here we go. Instinct is able to get control off the kickoff. It is grounded. Durtho is unable to keep playing it, so they have to rotate back. Gil playing cleanup for the Broncos, but still a lot of pressure put on them. And he gets demo. That could be dangerous for the Broncos. He does respawn.
Very conveniently.
Now off the respawn, he's going to be able to send the ball back across midfield, give the Broncos some breathing room.
Nuvo following in a little bit tight, kind of lets the ball go live to Orange team. Boise State, Durtho, trying to keep it away from Spooknon. Spooknon goes right over Nova. This could be a decent setup if Ketchup can get it ready for him. Unfortunately, Durtho beats him to it, and the goal is open. Spooknon was ready, and Instinct was a little low. There's no reply, so it goes back to the middle. Looking to dig it on out of this corner. Nuvo gets it around a few of the BSU players, but they're fast on the lateral defense, so there is no move towards the goal. Gil, doesn't even get a chance. Durtho, with a front adjustment, takes it straight in. Doesn't even give backfield a chance to play.
Another shot down by Instinct. A lot of fighting in midfield. He's not quite going to find it. Quick shot back up by Nuvo. Durtho grounds it yet again. Heads back toward midfield.
Ketchup just, you have got to have hitbox turned on. He saw the line. He just dug it right on out of there. I think every man was in the goal. It was a whole campfire. Nuvo now, live with the ball, gives it to Ketchup, trying to get it around, but Instinct now, his second tap on that. It's going to be sent up. Ketchup with an adjustment right over Gill, and then follows through off the backboard, bringing it to a 1-1.
Now as we head back into a very tight game, Nuvo off of gets the cheat and actually finds a goal. What an amazing follow-up to that kickoff. University of Alberta now ready to be in the driver's seat unless the Broncos can equalize it as fast as they were equalized. They do it again.
Talk about tricks up the sleeve. It is 1-for-1.
This is quite an exciting final match. Instinct is going to touch it once. Try to play off it off the backboard. Doesn't find it. Gill to dunk it down. There he gets it.
Just barely in, down to the finest of degrees of angles. Now for the kickoff. Alberta takes it well, but hands it to Durtho to get it over one. A lineup for the goal. Over the second, going backwards. Durtho just playing tricks on people.
Now with 2.5 minutes left. Durtho plays it to the corner. It's right back up to mid. Off the wall from Gill. Boise State has a good lead and a double commit on the save from University of Alberta. Boise State has them on the back foot, but Durtho gets demoed.
Instinct able to chip it on up over Gill. Can't quite grab it from the spook knot, so it goes sideways. Nuvo knows that they've got just around 100 seconds to get it right back in. Nuvo playing back foot here as Instinct walks it up, get ready for Gill. Oh goodness, Nuvo steals it right from underneath Gill. Instinct looking to walk it back in, it's not going to be there. Ketchup trying to receive, sends it straight into the hands of Durtho. Nuvo reflects it back, but Durtho unwavered. It's Instinct and Durtho now looking to walk it back downfield, but there's a lot of time for blue side to prep, so Nuvo, able to send it out.
A little over 1 minute left, and Boise State has, it's a better than a 1-goal lead. They have just a little bit of breathing room should they be able to keep the side control going. They will just about win this against the Canadians. And with that final goal, I think that is enough. Now with just 1 minute left, Boise State win to a 3-goal lead. Going to show no signs of stopping at all.
Spooknon looking to prevent that sideways waterfall. Gill to take it back from him. Instinct getting ready for a real charge up here. Durtho to send it down. Instinct trying to get it off the wall. Gill not quite there. So Ketchup takes it on a very loose defense. Instinct with a pass to Gill, a reflect to Durtho. Can't quite tap it, even if he did, Nuvo is there. Double commits with Ketchup. Gill ready to walk it in. A nice reflection, but Spooknon there to disrupt. Durtho, almost rolls it right in, but misses, and Nuvo's able to dig it back out. It's okay. They're just looking to ground the ball in 5 seconds. University of Alberta has got a lot of work to do if they want any chance of this. I don't think they have a way to win it. This is end of game.
That'll be it for University of Alberta. They'll be sent packing, and Boise State gets a second win in the CRL qualifiers, continuing on quite a smooth journey for them. But overall, great job by University of Alberta, making that a lot more competitive than we thought it would be. And Boise State coming out on top in game number 5. Well, the top 5 plays of the game are brought to you by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams to join out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuardGaming. So, overall, 2 games, 2 great wins for the Broncos, but that is not it. We have more than 2 games. We have 3 games coming at you, and we'll be back after this break for more action.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Protecting your customer journey from fraud is critical. According to industry analysts, Count's AI-driven platform is the leading solution. From account login to digital payments, Count is recognized for both its customer impact and technology excellence. Learn more at count.com.
Welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena. You're currently watching our coverage of the Boise State Esports team, Rocket League team more specifically, fighting up against the Golden Bears from Alberta, or at least they just got their victory against the Golden Bears in the CRL Rocket League qualifiers. So Boise State is moving on to the next stage of this qualifiers, done with the Canadians, or so they thought. It turns out, off of that victory, the Canadians, they didn't let it get to them. They went to Tim Hortons, got a combo coffee and breakfast burrito for about $10. That's $8 our currency, and have fought back to the grand finals. They won the lower bracket finals, and so we have a complete rematch again for all the glory.
So driven. I love seeing these rematch back-to-backs. It's back-to-back for ours. They did have to take a detour match down at the Hortons. I'm sure they enjoyed that. We are jumping right on into it. But in order to really make it, they've got to know some things.
Yep, the keys to the game in Rocket League is going to be, Doc's keys to the game, that's create mistakes, punish the double commit, don't overstay, and boom opponents to disrupt them. Doc's keys to the game brought to us by Drop In Gaming, the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Whether you're playing your favorite games, you're a seasoned gamer, or just a beginner, Drop In Gaming has the right games and competition for you to begin your competitive gaming journey. Sign up at dropingaming.com. We're ready to head in. The Broncos facing back up against the Golden Bears. and who will be able to qualify for CRL. It's been a long road for the Broncos, and now the exciting conclusion is going to play out for us right now in this final best of 5. Into game 1, the first kickoff goes back in favor of Alberta, but Boise State answers that back quite quickly, almost to a shot on goal. But it's not going to find anything for them in these opening few seconds.
Low on boost. Boise State has got to paddle a little bit around, doing well there. Instinct ready to accept from Spooknon. Not letting it go to anybody. Sends it underneath Ketchup and Nuvo, ready for it. And look at this 1-for-1. It feels like the ball trail just keeps alternating in color. Ooh, a little 50-50 is disrupted by Ketchup to send the momentum back high again. Instinct with some kicks towards the front. Nuvo stops it dead in its track. Gill rushes in to make sure nothing happens, but it plays right over his head. He is going to be the one to defend from Ketchup, though. Spooknon then sending it back to the side, hoping it doesn't go blue turf, but it does, and just like that, Dirtho to take goal 1.
Boise State gets 1 goal in a little under a minute. Next kickoff. Gill's not going to be able to cheat that. Looks like he was trying to, but Instinct is now going to waterfall it down. Doesn't find the first goal. And it's back over to Nuvo. Dirtho and Gill trying to fight in midfield. Still not quite finding it, and a demo onto Instinct puts the Broncos on the back foot.
Dirtho going to walk it out in Spooknon's hands. Nuvo next in line. Dirtho just keeps holding it. It is going to be sent back a little bit, but Orange players are ready. Instinct going to go up and try to prevent this hit from Spooknon, but it goes corner instead. Kind of slowing it down a little bit. A quick demo onto Gill. Instinct now trying to send it back. Dirtho taps just a little bit further, but there's not a lot of support back there, so it stays along the 50 line. It's a lot of back and forth. That's all right. A demo on the Spooknon while it's already on blue turf makes it a little bit awkward. Instinct able to send it over. Not quite enough ready. Dirtho is able to prevent it from going across the 50, but the shot on goal count is low. Activity feed is slower than we've seen. Gill with a hack pass defense, keeping it high. Instinct gets it right around a few players. Nuvo to take it back. Dupes around a few and is looking for a nice setup, but Instinct bumps it further away.
Around the corner, Spooknon plays it over the Broncos. Shot back toward the goal. Dirtho barely able to save it. Instinct now is going to deflect it back to midfield. Spooknon moves in, has it denied to him by Gill. Very fast play by the Broncos, and another save keeps them in the narrow lead. Can they make that lead a little bit bigger? Well, Instinct is certainly going to try against Nuvo, who successfully deflects it back over to the corner.
Wow, Gill and Ketchup have a little bit of a 50 there. Dirtho, a good adjustment to get it out a little bit more center. Instinct hopefully ready to set it up for Gill. Gill is able to disrupt any kind of forward play here. Spooknon wants it again, but Dirtho does the same. Instinct, a beautiful setup to just walk it right down the aisle and marry it to the goal.
Much more comfortable lead for the Broncos as we are heading in to the second half of the game. A little bit more past halfway in, and Instinct is going to shoot it down, but there's no one there to receive it, so Ketchup's going to pick it up. Double tap it across the field. Broncos having to defend again.
Dirtho just playing monkey in the middle with Spooknon there. Sends it right over. Plays one more against Nuvo. Not a lot of reception committee on the other side though, so Gill's got to race over to try to get it and is stuck. Dirtho comes back in with another 2 taps to center it. Going a little sideways, Spooknon continues in that direction, trying to keep it against the wall, make sure it stays safe. As it gets there though, Dirtho's ready for it. Spooknon bumping in center to give it a Ketchup. Already 2 men in goal with saying no chance. Spooknon trying to send it back center again, and Gill actually kind of sets it up. Spooknon had a shot on goal available there, but did not capitalize on that. Empty goal was just not quite set up for him. Spooknon trying to keep it back along the wall a little too slow, and Gill's able to fork it right out of his hands. Dirtho denies that hold. Ketchup barely saving it from him. Is able to walk it all the way back down. Looking for an adjustment towards the goal. Spooknon is able to follow up and send it to a 1-2.
Not out of the realm of the possibility for the Golden Bears, but they are going to have to fight furiously in this last half a minute. They get demoed right in midfield. Opening up for the Broncos, follow up by Durtho, denied. So the Broncos are still at a 1-goal lead, but a demo onto Instinct could make things interesting. We're going to only have 10 seconds left. Will the Broncos claim the first game against Alberta? Ooh. They just barely do, it looks like. It's right in front of their goal, and Boise State back up to a familiar lead that they found themselves, but this is where we also saw the Golden Bears start to really rally last time they met.
Yep, they might be getting comfortable here. It was not a landslide game like we saw before. It's still pretty close, and the Golden Bears can fight back. We've seen it.
Alrighty, was we ready to head into the second game of the night? Boise State still leads the Golden Bears 1 in this Rocket League game. Remember last time it went to game number 5 between these two. Shot bet by Instinct makes it to mid. And Gil just a quick chip shot right into the goal. That was just so effortless.
Ketchup trying to keep it up. Dirt, though, holding it into the corner with Nuvo here. Try to get right in front. Instinct, a better angle to get it out from him, but too blue in front of the goal. Don't let it go in. Instinct, what an adjustment. What the placement.
Wow, Boise State certainly isn't fooling around for this game. They just want to go to match point as quickly as possible. See if it works out for them. It's played over Nuvo and Durtho. They're going to play it by 1, try to play it by 2, and be denied by the 3rd. Durtho with a nice little shot around them, plays around all of them, and puts the Broncos to 3 goals within a minute. Well, all 3 of the Broncos now have a goal to themselves. And this is quite a deficit that needs to be made up.
Ketchup going to send it downfield with an adjustment from Nuvo. Oh, so close to a goal, but hands into the right crossbar instead. Instinct watching from afar is Gil and Durtho. Pass it back up. Nuvo ready. Ketchup's going to be the one to take it, but sends it to nobody. Everybody was right field. Instinct walks it around. A successful demo. Just gets it around Spooknon. It's a gorgeous setup. There is potential. Durtho, just not quite the direction he was looking for. Gil and Durtho trying to work it out of this corner. Instinct finally gets it over, but it's enough time for Blue to prep that goal. Durtho steals it from underneath Gil. A little bit of a back pass. Instinct has got to be the one to protect here. They do get it out, and there's no bump after. So they are free from the goal. Nuvo is able to work it over 1, 2, then 3 of the players. Durtho finally gets back around, trying to work it out of the corner. Can't play soft with it. It's taken back up into the air. Instinct and Gil on the prep for this. Gil a bit high, Instinct a bit too close. Durtho then able to leverage it just a little bit deeper into the corner, looking for this goal here. It gets bumped out. Spooknon, he comes back with another adjust. It's a possible setup. Gil running it out. Instinct has the chance to come for it. He can set it up for the next man. There is a disruption though, but Durtho plays accordingly and walks in a 4th goal with 2.5 on the clock.
Halfway into this match and already to a 4-0 lead. Not often that we see a goal deficit more than 4 be made up by one team. We'll see if University of Alberta can indeed do that. Durtho's going to push them back. Spook now grounds it, but things are looking a little bit shaky right now. Well, they manage to recover. Ketchup pushes it up and around the goal. Back over to Nuvo, but Spook now is too far back on the field to follow up, so a pass back to Durtho. And now I have to play around Nuvo. Alberta gets back the side control.
Dirtho trying to walk him forward. Gets kicked around by Spooknon, and Nova is on the receiving, but Gil is able to steal it and send it straight in over a defender's head. That's 5 points.
We haven't seen a lead this big since the very first round that Boise State had against University of Alberta. The University of Alberta managed to find a way to kind of put the Broncos on the back foot, but it might not be enough. The Broncos seem to be well adjusted to their opponents. Spook now pushing it up the field. Nouveau shot on goal just off the crossbar. Follow-up denied again by Dirtho. The Broncos keeping Alberta scoreless.
Boise State is feeling hot on that defense. The rotations are sharp. Gil with a back pass to Instinct. Nouveau disrupts so well. Gives time to catch it, but Gil comes back around to defend. Does well. Nouveau looking to bring it live for Spooknon. A few taps, maybe even a flip reset. Dirtho, though, able to steal it in the commotion, at least send it down. Gil bounces off the wall, giving Instinct a gorgeous opening for goal number 6. 45 seconds on the clock.
That is just basically an impossible task to overcome at this point. So it's going to be 40 seconds more or less of formalities for the Broncos to claim their second win in the second best of 5 against the same team. Instinct gets a slight pass over to the corner. Gil gets demoed. 50-50 between Dirtho and Ketchup, not in either's favor. Follow-up by the Broncos gets them back to side control. Gil pushing it back, and Nouveau gets a tap there to push it back to mid. One last few seconds for the Broncos, and that'll indeed do it. They go to match point. But this would be the time where I would probably like to remind everyone that, you know, I don't think you can apply momentum to the Golden Bears at all, because it was exactly in this scenario where they all of a sudden made it happen, and the games from here on out in the first best of 5 weren't decided by more than 1 goal.
No, it's true. The Bears play steadfast, and the Broncos can't ease up just because they can see the finish line from where they're standing. I'm looking forward to another tight game.
Yeah, overconfidence and complacency can be a poison to teams who take it for granted. As we're ready to head back into the final game, Boise State versus University Alberta, to decide who will qualify for the CRL Rocket League Grand Finals. Let's get back into the game and find out who will indeed win. Will University of Alberta stage a comeback, or will Boise State hold strong?
It has been a long road for the Bears, too. After losing that first game and taking a detour to get back on stage to play against Boise State, this is the decider.
Quick play, almost plays it around the Broncos. It's not quite going to find it. Will's going to deny the play from Instinct. 50-50 in favor of Spook now, but there's no follow-up to it, so Dirtho is able to gain control and quickly answer it back.
Nouveau going to send it up and then get a demo onto Gil, the punishment for disrupting his line on the ball. Spooknon watching from afar as Ketchup has a nice setup. Ooh, just barely towards him. Not quite as much as we were hoping for, but Nouveau makes up that gap. Dirtho now manning the corner is able to send it back to the center. Spooknon winning the 50, sends it right towards the goal. Gil. Ooh, Gil is able to get it out, and then Dirtho, they're just taking turns watching that goal as they ought. It's Instinct now, going to keep it out and up. He's going to try to get it away from this corner here. He's got to be careful, sending it sideways. A nice another bump, gets it very central. Nouveau almost had another shot on goal potential there. Dirtho able to walk it towards a safer side of the field. Still 0-0, and we've already burned through nearly 2 minutes.
Another shot from the Broncos. Dirtho tries to follow up. University of Alberta on the rebound. Instinct reads it and is able to save. Passes quickly back over to Dirtho, who pushes it down, and it's just a little bit wide. But the Broncos really want that first goal. They need to find it. Ketchup and Nouveau are going to play tag team on the rebound here, and just a bare save from Instinct.
Dirtho and Instinct coming around the side. Gil trying to bounce off this corner, so it has a good lineup. Instinct goes right over his head. He can't find it. Nuvo trying to take it across the half. Won't be able to. Spooknon has a chance, but the teams are so divided here, it's difficult to keep it on one side. A waterfall shutdown. Ketchup getting ready for it as Spooknon sends it back down. Unfortunately, it goes over his head. It's a nice lineup, but Gil refuses to let it happen. Nuvo falling with the ball. Instinct just barely whiffs. Standing center. Instinct trying to get it over. It seems like each team is two steps ahead of the other. Still a 0-0 with 2 minutes left on the clock. Ketchup is going to watch Dirtho get it out of that corner. A setup for Instinct that's stolen by Spooknon. Gil on the defense doesn't let it happen. Dirtho just playing so hard against Ketchup, can't quite keep him under wraps, and Spooknon's going to get a tap down. Dirtho with a good lineup, stolen by Nuvo. It's going to head right back over to the orange side. Instinct and Gil trying to walk it back over to the Bears turf. Instinct with a nice central lineup, not a lot of options, does get it around one player, but it goes corner side. Dirtho, a beautiful lineup forward. Just so much defense.
It's very hard for the Broncos to break through, and we're heading down to the final minute with it still being a scoreless tie. Probably one of the closest games in these two series between these two teams. We are going to indeed go down to the final minute. Boise State still maintaining a lot of side control. He's yet to get a huge shot on goal. I thought Dirtho might be able to dunk that down, but the angle deceived me.
Not the most comfortable position we've been looking at. They are able to get some defenders in. Everything feels a little bit more intense here. They are down to quick goals only. And what a more appropriate time to hold a 0-0 out to the last 30 seconds other than the grand finals rematch. Match point, Nuvo heads it up. Spooky in position to take it. Dirtho steals. Spooknon trying to get it back, but not a lot of options. Goes back to the blue turf. Dirtho, Gil closing in. Instinct on the rebound. Gonna get a beautiful setup here. Nuvo's gonna try to steal it, but Spooknon walks in. Dirtho gets it over his head. 6 seconds on. We're gonna look at a goal-to-goal setup unless somebody makes a flashy pass.
As long as the Broncos keep it in the air, is he able to play it against Ketchup? No, he's not. And we go into overtime with both teams still at 0.
We've seen some quick goals though. Instinct gonna get it around. Looks like there's not gonna be any flash point runs here. Instinct does work it back up over. There's a lot of time to roll around. Instinct gonna be diffused by Ketchup. Gil stealing it from him, sends it sideways. It's a nice lineup for anyone's game. Spooknon gonna be the first for it. Gets 2 taps before it goes back to Dirtho. Walking around, stays that 50. A little bit of a back pass. Spooknon sends it towards the goal. Dirtho, a good adjustment, keeps it from going straight. Gonna try to walk it.
Ketchup, double tap.
Oh, almost over Nuvo, so close, and Spooknon was in the ready though, so we can't say it's been a close one yet. Ketchup goes a little bit high on that one. Spooknon trying to help it, but our third player's just not ready for it.
Instinct flies back that one. It's all up to you, Gil. He gets it. Now they're racing back across the field. Instinct trying to set it up. There's the follow-up. He knocks one out of the way, but Ketchup still manages to save, and we're over a minute into overtime.
A beautiful disruption there, but man, just almost so close every time. The follow-throughs are where it really matters. These teams are both so skilled. They see so far in the future. Ketchup gonna send it back to the corner. Nuvo with a little bit of an adjustment, but Gil far enough that he's ready to accommodate. Dirtho looking at quite a lot to take on. Unfortunately has to give it up, and Spooknon on the defense from Instinct. Gets stolen from Ketchup. Gil able to take it back. Spooknon not close enough to adjust it in. We're good. It gets sent back over to the blue side. So intense. A demo comes out to take Ketchup off the field. Can they capitalize on this? Unfortunately not. Goes up, and Gil's able to walk it back around. Dirtho trying to send it center. Is it ready?
No.
Nuvo walking it back across. 2 minutes of overtime. Ketchup looking to send it towards the goal. We're not worried. Instinct walks it back over. Ketchup still trying to line it up, but defense is solid. A solid defense just does not get you in the position for a win. Gill sends it sideways so Ketchup can run it to center. Again, all three come flying at him. There's no shot.
Look at all the consecutive goals University of Alberta has. They have had put on an insane defense to keep the Broncos scoreless. And we're 2 minutes, 30 seconds into overtime with it not showing any signs of slowing down. But Gill's going to try to change that with the pass over to Durtho. He's actually going to play it himself. Spooknon makes it over to midfield, lays it up for Nouveau, and it's not a shot that works out for University of Alberta, so Broncos go charging back. Can they find the goal? They're going to play around Nouveau. Center it up for Instinct. Shot, not going to go toward the goal. He leaves it up for Gill, who demos, but the demo's going to take away all of his momentum, and Maine, the Broncos, are still fighting to try to get a shot on goal. This is an extremely long overtime, and both these teams are playing, but a shot ducks down, and oh, Canada! That is a win for Boise State. Sorry, Alberta, but you've got to go back home to your home and native land. Well, that is it for our fight. Boise State winning that 3-0. But Boise State winning it in overtime over 3 minutes into, that was insane. Well, if you are looking to join Boise State Esports or broadcast and casting production, then you can go to boisestate.edu/esports for more information. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can improve your chances as well. So go to Boise State again, boisestate.edu/esports for more information. Well, now's the time where we nominate the player of the game. We have only 3 choices of where this could go.
That's right. I would give it to Durtho. What do you think?
Oh, Durtho, I will give it to Instinct. Okay, I think those two were kind of split almost in terms of who could have gotten the overall play. Hey, I'm right here. It's Instinct. Kyle Addy, kinesiology major from Boise, Idaho.
And looks good doing it.
Yeah, he had a lot of great plays. You know, we give a lot of hype up to Durtho for his insane aerial plays, and he indeed deserves every moment of it. And Gill is a great defensive player who can rotate around the field in an instant. But Instinct was so good at getting these clutch goals, these split-second opportunities that he recognized and capitalized on. So congratulations to him. He's the player of the game, brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. Instinct is your ICCU player of the game. Well, as we prepare to close out this match, Greg, we have had some very exciting matches back and forth, but Boise State looking good for the CRL qualifiers. So congrats on the Broncos for making such a statement in their first run at the qualifiers. We'll leave you with the top 5 plays of the game, brought to you by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams to join out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. Thank you for watching and enjoy your top 5 plays. to the Boise State Esports Arena, and tonight you are joining us for a live match of Boise State facing off in Nace versus Stone Child College out of Montana. I'm your host, Jacob Jem Palmer, joined by Audrey Norris to call all of the action for you. And Boise State going up against quite a unique competitor here. We're going to be jumping into the action pretty quickly, but Stone Child College, it's their first year. Why don't you tell us a bit more about this college?
Yeah, Stone Child is really interesting because they're based in Montana, and they're completely, like, all of the students there are actually indigenous members of the Sioux Cree tribe. So it's actually a really cool college that's pretty unique from, you know, everywhere else that we get to compete against.
And it's their first season in Rocket League, so great job to have more colleges. It's always nice, to see more colleges joining us in this huge esports world, and we wish you the best of luck going forward. Right now, Boise State, they're going to be using Bannock, Hoosh, and Lions. So we saw a little bit earlier tonight of Boise State's other Rocket League squad. We'll see how well the number 2 squad does right now, and Boise State is already up to a 1-goal lead with about a minute having elapsed.
Yeah, as we're just going in right now, Boise State has gotten a couple shots on goal, keeping it already just mostly on Stone Child's side, giving Lions a good shot there before Stone Child pushed it away from them there.
Shot on goal by Stone Child is going to be denied by the Broncos, so still keeping it pretty competitive. Now we'll head back into the action. Boise State has it in Stone Child's territory. It's just going to hit it back into the corner, bide their time a little more. Ooh, and the demos clear out the goal for Hoosh.
You love to see when someone tries to block the goal and they just get demoed straight there and denied.
We're ready to head in to the next part of this game. The next kickoff is going to go in favor of Stone Child. Getting the better of that and putting it right in front of the goal. Hoosh has to elevate up in defense. Nova is going to slow play it. Win for a better time. Actually, Lions is now going to take that opportunity to clear it back toward the goal, and Joey pushes it back toward the corner.
Hoosh intercepts Joey there, attempting to, but isn't able to, so Bannock kicks that up for him. Lions tries to take just does a little dribble back to Bannock, but SC Joey gets in their way, trying to push it back onto Boise State's side there as Hoosh recovers it, trying to go back towards the Stone Child goal there, and does manage to get a score right there. Just getting past SC Joey.
Great job by Hoosh, getting a little bit of encouragement from, no doubt, I bet Durtho's here. Yeah, he is always here. If there's one thing that one of our Rocket League players, Durtho, loves to do as much as playing Rocket League, it's cheering other players on. He's grabbed the cowbell, he's ready, and Boise State is certainly ready, with Lions getting the goal, driving it to 4-0.
Straight shot into the goal there.
And very thematically appropriate, as it is October now and has gone with the bats.
Lions wins the kickoff there, gets a immediate shot into goal too. Okay,
all right, might be time to just slow down just a little bit here, or else this match is never going to end. Huge shot off the kickoff. That's a risky run by just not initially contesting the kickoff. I like that car, though. That is a very nice car. Everyone's bringing out the great cosmetics and skins, and Hoosh wants a goal even more than that.
Yeah, bounced off the just post right there, straight into the goal with no one there to defend.
Wow. Well, Boise State is certainly making themselves known in this match. We're just about halfway through as Joey takes it off the kickoff. A little bit of a flick toward the goal. I like the play, but it is deflected by Lions. So now Stone Child has to try to defend. Lion pushes it in front of the goal, and Joey with a quick play pushes it back toward Bronco territory.
Yeah, SC Joey knocks it into the air, but Bannock receives it, preventing him from trying to set it up in goal, as Lions does immediately score again.
Well, just 2 minutes left, and Boise State has left themselves in quite a very comfortable lead against Stonechild. They're going to head into the next kickoff. And in this case, Boise State is not going to get the better of that one, as Joey, again, has been kind of reliable in these kickoffs and does a very quick goal off of it.
Yeah, he just bounced it right off of Baynock there and was able to get a goal on Boise State there, allowing them to maybe turn it around with, you know, a little less than 2 minutes on the clock. Rebounds off of Hoosh there. Nova's bounced it, but Lions gets it back, bouncing it, dribbling it into the air over there to Hoosh. Bounces into each other, though, as they're trying to get it to the goal, allowing Joey to push it a little bit away, which then Baynock immediately denies. Lions goes for the shot, gets it. Not even giving me time to set that one up.
No, Baynock and Lions are a tag team right off of the front post and then past the other two players. Boise State is just showing no mercy whatsoever. So next kickoff goes back in favor of the Broncos. Hoosh elevates up, lay it off, gets disrupted by Star.
SC Joey goes for the shot. It does hit the backboard, unfortunately, allowing Lions to recover it and knock it across the field away from them. But it does give them a chance to try and recover it, as no one was there to pick it up.
Joey with another shot down off of the crossbar and beautifully played. I mean, look at his activity feed. He's going wild.
There again, just straight off the crossguard. Just no one was there to get it.
Oh, very high-scoring game. 10 goals have been scored thus far, and we have a little over a minute left in this match.
Oh, Hoosh was setting up, but Lions decided to go ahead and take it and dribble there for a little bit.
Moving up, Hoosh pushes it back. A minute left. And a shot on goal. Baynock just off of the crossbar. Lions again shoots it toward the crossbar, but is not going to find the goal.
Hoosh tried to go in, but it got blocked. Well, bounced back to Boise State's side, as now everyone is trying to recover it. Shots are being missed. Joey is trying to recover it for his team. Nova's and Lace Star just waiting for their opportunity there, as now Nova is trying to dribble it away. Lions not having any of it, though, as they flick it over to Joey, who's going to try and get another shot on goal, but unfortunately Baynock denies him and pushes it up towards Lions, trying to make an aerial shot on goal, but it bounces off the crossguard there.
In just 10 seconds left, Lions is going to score yet another goal for Boise State. That is 9-2 in this first game. Lions claiming, I would believe he's got a hat trick, but yeah, he's got a hat trick. Him and Hoosh. Baynock's been the one that's been surprisingly sanguine throughout this whole match. But it's all going to end nonetheless as a final shot toward Joe. Joey claims his own hat trick, and I like Joey. He's a playmaker.
Yeah, he's doing some really solid shots on goal. The only times he really missed was because people were defending.
So now with just 1 second left on the clock, both teams are just going to barely get a shot to kick off. And now as soon as the ball hits the ground, that is going to be, no, you don't go double digits. No. We're not doing that.
Not first match.
No.
Gotta warm up.
But anyway, one thing that I think really is playing advantage in Boise's favor is just how uncontested they are in the air right now.
Yeah. I think the only one who was making a similar amount of aerial plays was just Joey on Stonechild's side. He got a lot of good aerial shots off. He just kept getting denied by Baynock most of the time.
Well, if Stonechild wants to respond to Boise State, maybe one of the things to follow is Doc's keys to the game, and in Rocket League, that's to create mistakes, punish double commits, don't overstay, and bump opponents to disrupt. It's Doc's keys to the game, brought to us by Drop In Gaming, the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you are new new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. So we also get a time to take a look at the lineup. This is, again, one half of the total Rocket League talent at Boise State. This is Hoosh, Baynock, and Lions fighting right now in the NACE Star League, one of the largest collegiate esports organizations, and they are doing a good job representing the Broncos thus far in tonight's match. So we're just about ready to head into the second match. This is a best of 5, which means Boise State, should they win this next match, will go into match point and look to sweep. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. Instead, let's let Hoosh get ahead of us and score a goal. Not even 2 seconds on the clock.
Oh, just a nice shot right over everyone's heads there. Fortunate for Stonechild, they just didn't have enough lift to actually block that. So we go into the next kickoff. Baynock does get the hit. Joey tries to block him, but is unable to as Baynock gets into the air, and Lions makes an awesome shot on goal.
Wow, what a play. Baynock already plays it around Joey, and then Nova just gets played right over by Lions. That's that just air ability that we've been talking about. And Boise State shows no signs of letting up even in the slightest. Joey hits it back across the field. It's stopped by Baynock as Joey looks to contest with him, but it's played right over him. Goes chasing after it, and a demo back onto Joey. Baynock's just going to play it over to the other side.
Baynock just dribbling right now, but it's recovered by SC Joey. He goes in for a shot on Boise State's goal and does manage to make it there with no one to defend it.
That's just some great solo play and spectacular dribbling. Is able to juke out Hoosh, and Baynock is unable to rotate to back post fast enough. So Boise State is brought back to within 1 goal.
Back on kickoff. SC Joey attempts to take it, but Baynock bounces it off of him, allowing him to get it onto Stonechild's side. Good recovery there as Nova is now trying to dribble it away, but gets bumped by his teammate as Lions tries to make a shot on goal, unable to, allowing Nova to push it forward. But Hoosh does recover it, throwing it into the air, trying to set up for a shot right there, just dribbling. But unfortunately, with that little collision with the rest of the cars, was unable to get it as Lions bounces it off the cross, roll the backboard.
A little over a minute having passed. Lions sets it up to Hoosh, but it whiffs. Lions gets another touch on it. Baynock is kind of going to bump Nova out of the way. Lions elevates up with the pass to Baynock. It's left toward the goal, and Joey can't get there in time. Boise State gets a third.
3-1 for Boise State right now with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. There's still time for Stonechild to make back.
You want basically about 30 seconds per goal, so yeah, plenty of time, not out of the realm of possibility at all. As Lions is able to win that kickoff, pass over to Baynock, back over to Lions. Now waiting to send it to Hoosh. Joey is ready with the save. Now going to look to drive it around the corner, try to find a clear. Baynock plays it over Joey, gets a touch on it. Lions leaves it on the backboard. Follow up from Hoosh, and the Boise State gets their 4th.
Boise State is really benefiting right now from a lot of solid team play here. So they're able to just outpace Stonechild right now, keep getting it over their heads.
As we're have a little over 3 minutes left in this match. Boise State is going to win another kickoff. It's going to head off to the side. Right now in midfield as a little pop-up by the Broncos. Is not going to turn into a goal quite yet. Lions trying to play it over Nova, trying to reverse. Joey sees the opportunity and plays it past.
Unfortunately, Baynock does try to get it away from him, does manage to get into the air for a few moments, giving it to Lions, who gives it to Hoosh, who bounces it off as Joey tries to recover it, but it's just too far away as it goes back to Baynock over here. Trying to set up another aerial, is unable to. Right now, Boise State is just kind of juggling it back and forth, trying to find their opening. Lions sets up for the goal and does manage to get the score.
5-1 in favor of the Broncos. That's just a tough time, unable to elevate up high enough to defend against that sort of goal. And Boise State looking very solid. Be able to claim this next round and go to the match point.
Baynock dribbling towards their goal, knocks it off the backboard, allowing Joey to get it away before they can try and recover with Noosh over there. Nova tries to bounce it over to Boise State side, but Lions denies it as Joey tries to bounce it over, successfully bounces it over Lions, goes towards the goal, but Hoosh denies it as Lions comes in and cleans up, preventing Joey from being able to get that goal and forcing him to push back to defend it once again.
Who's right in front of the goal is going to slow play it. Nova pushes it to the corner, now leaves it for Joey. Joey to ground it, stolen away by him. Joey again plays it off to the corner, but Hoosh is waiting there. He's going to set it up in front of the goal. Just play it quiet.
Only Nova is low on boost right now, unable to actually get that ball anywhere as Lions just takes it and runs with it right now, bouncing it off the backboard multiple times, trying to set it up for his team as Baynock comes in with another attempt, trying to get past Nova and lace up there. Baynock going in for a shot, bounces off the backboard as Lions then is able to bump it in.
That's going to claim a hat trick for Lions. Yet another one. He's claimed one for each round. Hoosh just has 2 goals. Now we have 1 minute and 6 seconds left. The Broncos in a very comfortable commanding lead with 6-1. Lions a shot off the kickoff. Going to be saved by Starr. Passes back over to Hoosh. Joey goes back on the field. Does some air dribbling, but Hoosh steals it away from him.
Lions setting up for the shot there, just waiting to see if someone will help him with it. Just gonna sit there for a second as Nova tries to get it away from his goal, allowing Joey to start dribbling it away. Lions then decides to demo him, unfortunately. Not letting him get that as Hoosh easily bumps it into the goal right there.
Yep, another Brazil for Boise State. They are doing a great job thus far. Shown no signs of slowing down and moving on to match point with confidence. 6 goals in 34 seconds, just about darn near impossible at this point. Now it's more of a formality as Boise State moves up the field, takes the boost for themselves. Joey tries to steal it away from them, but Lions is too fast. Off of the front post. Only Nova to drive it up the field. It gets stopped around the midfield marker.
Baynock setting up for a shot. It goes off the backboard. He tries again, but it goes off the post as Lions comes in. And Hoosh comes in and steals it from Lions there, getting them a final goal.
You see risky play there by Stone Child to try to play it off their own post so that bounces back toward midfield, but Boise State capitalized on that. And now Boise State just have 7 seconds left. They will claim this next game. Joey tries to see a play that he can make. He's going to be able to fake out Boise State with a nice flick up there. He's going to go back to Boise State's territory, but it's too little too late. The Broncos get another victory, 8-1 now. So they got 9-1 in the first game, 8-1 in the second game. And something tells me that they are not going to try to take any sort of, give any sort of mercy right now because they are showing no signs of slowing down.
No, Boise State is on a roll right now, and I doubt they're going to let that stop right now. They've been able to do a lot of really good team plays, and unless Stonechild is able to prevent that and try and just get notice when Baynock or Lions is bouncing up a shot there, they got to be looking for the other player who's just waiting for that opening. And I think if they can do that, they might be able to stop them from getting as many goals as they are right now.
And sometimes that's just the way it is. You just want to head home a little early for the night. Ended with a 3-0. I'm sure these team members have a lot to do. I mean, I am sure. I'm going to guarantee you that with their fellow teammate, but not on the same squad, Durtho, right up there on stage with him. One of the things Durtho loves to do to players as soon as they get a win is to tell them how trash they are. So I know that he is going to heap plenty of criticism onto him like the good teammate we know him to be.
It's
Yeah,
all in good-
Durtho is just lying in wait.
It's all in good fun. He is just a jokester like that, but also very supportive. I can't think of any other team member who is here as often as he is to cheer on the Broncos. So it's great to have him on board, but right now it is Gil Baynock and Lions time to shine. Hoosh Baynock and Lions time to shine, excuse me. And they certainly are. They're going to start things out with actually being demoed on. Hoosh is going to have to pay for that shot on goal he initially took.
Lions trying to get the ball back as Hoosh makes a shot that hits the guard right there, and another shot that hits the cross guard as Lions then immediately is able to follow that up with just a quick bounce into the goal.
And continuing on much in the same way the match has gone so far, a wide open goal, and Boise State capitalizes on it into a 1-0 lead quite early into the match. Win by Lions on the kickoff. Baynock pushes it into the corner. Double commit from Boise State onto that shot on goal. Might leave things open here. But indeed, Nova has time to turn around and get it out of the goal.
Another demo with Joey this time as Hoosh bounces the ball to the other side, allowing Baynock to attempt for an aerial, but Joey steals it from him and pushes it onto Boise State's side, where Lions receives it and starts dribbling back down the court. Joey tries to deny him it, and it does bounce near the goal, but it does allow Hoosh to get that score right there.
Boise State now going to 2-0, and I like the play from Joey here. Sometimes you just need to deflect it enough to divert their flight path, but at this point, Joey just finds himself up too high. The Broncos play under him. And now Boise State leads 2-0 a minute into the match.
Lions wins the kickoff, trying to bounce it over to Stonechild's side. Baynock is waiting to see where he can go as Nova begins dribbling it down the field, intercepted by Lions. Joey and Lions fight for the ball there as Joey pushes in, denying them the goal there, allowing him to push it to an open Boise State side, but is denied by Baynock there before he can get the goal.
Baynock now pushes it across midfield. Gonna leave it for Lions, and they're gonna slow play this one. Up around the corner. Not able to play around Nova. Enough of a problem that Boise State has it stolen away from them. Joey makes the shot to midfield, but Lions on the rebound. Back to Hoosh. It's in front of the goal. Follow up by Baynock. Chip shot in, denied by Joey. And now Joey sees his opportunity, dribbling up the field. Double commit on the save. Boise State is now left on a bit of defense following a nice save from Stonchild.
Hoosh is recovering the ball before getting bounced back by Nova, who begins to dribble it down Boise State's field. He tries to take a shot, but is unfortunately demoed before he can follow through as Hoosh bounces the ball over to Baynock, who begins an aerial dribble there, but isn't able to quite land it where he wants it as Hoosh, or no, Lions, gets the score.
Boise State gets now to a 3-goal lead. Sometimes goals just turn out that way, the way you clear from midfield and it's aimed perfectly. It just sort of trickles in that way. Off the kickoff, Baynock wins. Hoosh to follow up in midfield. Saved by Joey. Baynock pass back over to Lions. A bit too high and bounces off the backboard.
I see Joey steals the ball as Lions tries to grab it, but is unable to. Tries to get a shot on goal, but is denied by Baynock, who immediately lets Hoosh begin starting to do an aerial thing, allowing them to try and get the ball back onto Stonechild's side. Baynock makes a shot and scores.
A bit of a roar from everyone's favorite T-Rex. Rexy is going to signal Boise State moving to 4-0 for this match. Looking like they're going to clean this out in a sweep. Still, the 30 seconds per goal rule still applies here. Stonechild has 30 seconds to a goal. It's not impossible for them to do so.
Yeah, with a little less than 2 minutes left, but Hoosh does get the score right there, making it a bit harder for Stonechild to recover.
As turns around, nice little pop up above Star, who had already kind of committed on that save. Heading into the match, Joey wins that kickoff. Baynock playing off the wall, moving up the field. Lions to Hoosh, and another one for the Broncos.
Another solid example of just a good team play there between Boise State, Baynock passing off to Lions, and Hoosh, who were able to deny the two Stonechild players who were trying to prevent them from getting the goal there. As we go into the kickoff, Lions does succeed, makes a nice shot on goal, which is denied by Joey there, as a demo happens on Nova and from Baynock, I believe.
Joey moves up the field, shot on goal from him, saved by Baynock. Now Baynock starts the counterattack up the field. Gonna move on, Lions waiting in the wings, but Joey beats him to it and steals away from the Broncos. Joey now making the play with the air dribble. A double tap. It's going to be stopped by Baynock in midfield. Heads back over to Nova, but Hoosh is able to play above. And now with the commit from Joey, Hoosh sees it wide open and scores the 7th goal for the Broncos.
With 7-0 and a minute left on the clock, Boise State does seem to have this final game here under wraps.
Yeah, 1 minute and 7 goals. Very tough task to overcome. It would probably take a kickoff goal right here, and it does go in favor of Stonechild. Joey helping to get that kickoff win. Now with just 1 minute left, Boise State is going to just slow play it a bit more, leave themselves at 7 goals. It's more than enough for them to claim the title. Stonechild is going to play up the wall. Hoosh beats him to it. Baynock now on the ground, sets back over to Hoosh off the backboard. Lions, gets the goal. And Lions actually gets another hat trick there. So Lions has gotten what I like to call the hat trick trifecta. He's gotten one for every single game thus played.
I don't know if he has enough room on his head for that many hats at this point.
I don't know, they're certainly in a huge stack up to the sky at this point. Hoosh sends it back to midfield. Lions just kind of taps it casually over to the corner. No need for the Broncos to get too showy here. Just keep control of the ball and let that timer tick down. And they will have gotten their victory 3-0 against Stonechild. Moving on in the NACE Star League, and just one more goal for good measure at 9. So Boise State, they started out with 8 goals, then 7 in the second game, and now are going to close out with 9. Just 11 seconds left in this match. Hoosh off to the corner. Now we're in the final countdown. A demo onto Joey. One final one. They're going to push themselves into double digits for good measure.
For the final game, they do get that double digit. When unfortunately Joey was taken out of commission there, unable to help his team get the goal. Well, like prevent the goal. As we've got 4 seconds for this final kickoff here. Hoosh does beat them to it, but they do manage to bounce it off of him as they try to go for one more shot on goal, but are not able to get it off.
Well, that is going to do it decisively for the Broncos, winning 3-0, not showing any signs that they are anything less than a top-tier team. And shout out to Stonechild College. We wish you the best of luck going forward in your esports career. It's always nice to see a new team starting up a new program. Well, if you want to join Boise State Esports, then you can go to our website to find out more information about how you can join. Boise State Esports is always looking for talented players, production, and broadcast. Top talent along with good grades and eligibility can earn scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. So now's about the time where we recap everything, launch into a discussion of the player of the game. We will kind of get a trio of Boise State's players, see the main plays that we've made, and then discuss amongst ourselves which we think is the most deserving of getting player of the game. And who do you think overall?
I think it's probably going to be Lions. He just had a lot of really solid goals there, though eventually Hoosh and Baynock did also get a couple too, but just overall, a lot of the like goals for Boise State kind of boiled down to a really solid pass from Baynock to Lions or Hoosh to Lions, and then Lions getting a goal because of it. So I think it'll probably be him.
And again, it could also be Hoosh. Had a lot of plays himself. Him and Lions kind of form the backbone of Boise State's attacking power. And then Baynock, you always need a talented third player. You need that kind of keystone to always make sure that your defense is impenetrable. And Baynock definitely fulfills that role, even finding a few goals here and there for himself. So overall, those are our 3 players. Who do you got to give it to?
I think it'll probably be Lions. He had a lot of really solid goals this play. Baynock did some really good recovery and bounce back, but Lions did get most of the goals.
Well, since you are going with one, I'll have to go with another, so I'll give it to Hoosh. Could either be those two, because those two were the definite goal leaders for tonight. So let's see who overall has gotten the ICCU Player of the Game. It is, in fact, going to be Lions. You called it right, Audrey. And you're going to get it. And, yeah, you really can't blame. I mean, I already called it out earlier in the match. 3 hat tricks, 1 for each game that Boise State played. Lions was just having too much fun. So great job to Lions. He is the player of the game, brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player can make a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. Lions is your ICCU player of the game. So congratulations to him. Getting a lot of flashy plays and, of course, a few kickoff goals for good measure. Everything was just working out for the Broncos. Of course, I got to also shout out, using, I believe that is the Batmobile skin, is it not?
Looks like it. It's kind of hard to tell from here.
If that's not a Batmobile, then I'm very disappointed. But we've had a lot of people asking for it, so we finally did see a bit of skin bling from the Broncos team. So good job overall. Do you have any final thoughts to close it out, Audrey?
Just good job to Boise State. You guys were able to do a lot of really solid plays there and get some just really good teamwork in. But also good job to Stonechild. This is your first year. It's definitely rough to try and start a new esports program. So good for you guys. You're doing a really good job, and I'm sure you'll get better and you'll be able to. Maybe you'll take some goals from just take some games from us next year.
Well, that's going to do it for us this year. We'll leave you with the top 5 plays of the game, brought to you by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams to join out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. Thank you for joining us tonight, and enjoy your top 5 plays.